it's time. Time for the Kelly D Show on Sirius Tejano. Kelly D. Kelly D. Damas y caballeros, con ustedes, Kelly D. Kelly D. On Sirius Tejano.
What's up, mi gente? Bienvenidos. Hello, we're here on a Wednesday, back on my regular schedule. On a Wednesday here at Sirius Tejano. Saludos to everybody that's tuning in, to everybody that tuned in yesterday. We had an amazing night. Today we have an amazing person. I got to meet Hailyn Bella. If you don't know who she is, check her out on all the social media platforms. Ms. Hailyn Bella. She was able to be an honored guest on our float on October of last year for our Spinach Festival. And man, getting to know her and her background and what she does, and man, it was kind of hot. And for her to be singing on the truck, with all the heat and everything, man, I praise these artists when they do things like that because it's so hard to do something like that. So she did amazing. Thank you so much for doing that as well. And we did have another guest, Mr. David Farias, as well. So it was fun having artists for the first time on our float during the Spanish Festival. I think that was our first time actually being in that. So it was such an honor to be around such talented people. So with that being said, she's all the way from Laredo. So para nuestros gentes paisanos allá de Laredo, yes, she's from Laredo, amazing artist. If you guys there's so many new artists, and if you don't like search and look, you'll really miss some amazing people. And I feel like Hailyn has been overlooked, and man, she has some amazing stuff out there. So yeah, go check her out, download her stuff. So I'm not gonna let Miss Hailyn be in the background right now and just put her here. So Hailyn, thank you so much for tuning in here with Sirius Tejano.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Good. I was all like, when I saw that you were gonna be on, and I'm like, what? It's been a year. Oh my goodness.
The time goes by so fast. Yes. Thank you so much for inviting me back to your show, Sirius Tejano. Like, I'm excited to say hi to everyone. And yeah, it has been a minute, huh? It just goes by so fast.
It sure does. Like I was saying, mentioning, last time we were with you was during the Spanish Festival and stuff like that, and being on that floor, but it was I you gained fans there. I don't remember if you remember, we did the meet and greet right after the whole parade and stuff like that, and having people come up to you and be like, "Man, you're great, you're amazing. Can we take pictures? Do this and that." Man, that was so cool to see. And then of course, like, we were able to go and hang out with some of the other people that were around us, and we went out to eat and stuff like that. So it was so beautiful to see in the way that how talented and how knowledgeable you really are. It's so great, so great. And I told Joe, I go, man, this girl's gonna go places.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, that was a fun experience, definitely. Singing on the back of a truck while it's moving. Like, okay, you know what? And then being able to wave at everybody and throw candies. They were like melting in my hand, but because it was hot and it was October, that's how crazy it is in Texas. But no, that was such a fun experience. So grateful for every single time that I get to be in front of new audiences. And I am so grateful for all the new fans out there. So, yes, hello, everybody. And yeah, I, I feel like sometimes when I say, man, time goes by so fast, it's kind of bittersweet. One, because when I was younger. I'm not gonna say how much long ago.
I was gonna say what?
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to be like, oh, like a year. That's so long, and I'm like, it went by so fast. I never thought I would be at that age where I could say that.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. Definitely a lot's happened since then. A lot has been in the works, and a lot of really fun changes coming to the music world on my behalf.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
Yes. So I know the last time we were able to talk, you had some amazing music out there, and I want you to talk about one of the songs that has was your first song that was aired out and played in on the radio, or the first time you heard it. Which song is the one that kind of opened the doors a little bit for you?
Okay, so I first started really doing the music or pursuing the music in a professional manner. It was probably maybe like 12 years ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really just me um, rebuilding who I am after a divorce and after a lot of personal changes that were going on, where I sat down and I was like, you know what? Why not? Why can't I go after a dream? Like, even if it's a little um, time that I schedule at a studio, even if it's one guitar lesson, something, because time's going to go by no matter what. And I want to be able to look back and not regret, like, well, I should have gone started back then. Like, why? It's never too late. We can start now. So I started going to the studio and really honing in on the music side. And the first song that actually opened the doors and was released wasn't even, it was recorded and then it wasn't released until 2020. So we all
Wow.
remember where we were in 2020.
Yes.
We were at home watching Tiger King and eating a bunch of Doritos,
Right.
you know? Um, and so we released Cuarentena Cumbia, and that one was so fun. I wanted to kind of talk about what everybody was experiencing and going through, but make it at least a little bit of a lightheartedness undertones to the music. So I called it Cuarentena Cumbia, and I released my very first self-made on a cell phone with my mom and my dad music video, because we couldn't talk to anybody. We couldn't like go with anyone, or like everybody's wearing masks and the distance and everything's drive through. And that song really like shout out to Rosie, Rap Rosie, my
Yes.
promoter. She helped put that song out to a lot of different stations. And that's the one that I remember. I was having a garage sale with my cousin. We were like, well, what else can we do? We started a little business out of like the family's trash. They didn't want anymore. We're like, we'll sell it because we have nothing else to do. So I remember sitting on the garage floor with my cousin, and we were like, customers were coming. We turned it into like a whole store. We have like the baby department, and like I just it's funny. If my cousin is watching, Gabby, remember that? Like we were like, oh, I even had like a little cash register, and we would like pull reports and be like, okay, from this department, we sold this much, and turn it into this whole thing. I remember sitting there, and they sent me the link, and they're like, you're on 9 radio stations. And I was like, my song is on the radio. And I remember just being like, so excited. Like I couldn't believe it, because it was little Eileen from when years ago. I'm not going to tell you how many years that. I'm just kidding. No, I'm proud of my age. I'm 39 years old. Little Eileen from a long, long time ago. This was her dream. And to be like, wow, my song is on the radio. was amazing. And oh, hi, Molly. Molly's my vocal coach. Shout out to her. She's watching us. And so that song comes out, and thank you, Molly. Um, and it just like remember that scene in the Selena movie where she's laying on top of the rooftop with her sister and she's like, I'm
Yes.
looking up at the stars and I'm dreaming. And she just gets flashes of all of the amazing things that she did in her career because she saw it. That's why it happened. That
Mm-hmm.
was me. That was me being like, anything is possible. This
Yes.
is all gonna work out. Oh my goodness. And I got so excited. And from there, that's when a lot of interesting things kind of snowballed right after that, because we were about to release my EP, and it was English pop. It had nothing to do with the music that uh, I went down the path of. And um, I remember getting calls, and Rosie was like, "Hey, girl, like these radio stations, they want more. Like we need more music." And I was like, "Oh." I had one cumbia. It was because I grew up with cumbia, but I only have English pop songs. So, do you want those? I can send those. And she's like, girl, we do Tejano. Like, if you want us to play your music. And then I go to the next Selena movie scene where it's like, queremos bailar,
Yes.
or, saying, demanding a different style of music. And that's where my producer at the time, hi, Chris Leak, he's amazing. I learned so much from him.
Mhm.
That's when he and I were like, give the people what they want. They want Tejano. And it's like we got like a little magic wand, and it's like, bing, you're a Tejano artist now. And I was like, okay. And the Tejano world was so amazing. Welcomed me with open arms and was like, we know you haven't done it. We know you don't know all the songs yet, because I was truly transparent and very honest from the beginning. I'm like, hey, if you guys want to hear me sing and you like this style, I grew up with it a long time. Well, not that long ago. And let's do it. It's so I went from there, and then Grandecita was the next one that we released. It was more Tejano style. And then, like, boom, it was in like 50 stations. I'm getting calls and people wanting to book me. And like, it just happened so fast, Kelly. And I feel like that's the song that kind of like broke everything out to get me in front of a lot more people, get me on different stages, and just go fast. So yeah, that was that one. And then from there, my style has always been a blend of um, yes, the Tejano roots, I guess you could say, because I grew up with that, and the accordion is one of my favorite instruments.
Yes.
So is like the guitar and the beats and everything, blended with pop melodies and some pop songs. However, I am Mexican American, super proud to be Mexican American. So we gotta include those Latin spices in the music, and
Mhm.
it's just a blend of all of that. So the next song that came out after that was Soy una señorita. A lot of people really loved it or hated it. There was no in between. It was like, yeah, we love this. It's a new sound, new artist. Because Chris and I worked hard on turning that into not just pop, but blending, the Tejano undertone, and starting to really find my sound and what not only what the fans liked, but what does Hailyn want? What does she like? Because ultimately, in order to give my all to my fans, hey Dan, we'll talk about you next. I had to really understand who I was as an artist, and I evolve. We all evolve.
Yes.
So maybe what I wrote about in 2020, and even songs that, who knows, they may never come out. They might come out. You never know. That were written 10 years ago are going to be so different from what I write about and what I talk about today, so things, so many things can happen in a decade, over a decade, and even so many things can happen in a week, in a month, in a day, in a second.
Yes.
So all of that just kind of comes out in that song, Soy una señorita, and a lot of people were like, wow, like this is nice, this is different, this is fresh, this is new. uh,
Mm.
and I got so much love and support from the Tejano community. For the most part, there's some diehard people that were like, we don't like it, that's not
Tejano.
Tejano. Yeah, and I'm like, well, that's okay, this is Eileen's Tejano, so I can keep scrolling.
Yes.
But I did get lots of amazing feedback, a lot of great support, and that's just part of life. I'm not here to make everyone happy. I'm here to share what is in my heart, and
Mhm.
experiences that I've had. And if I can help somebody with a song, with a few minutes, then I did what I came to do. That's me, and that's just being genuine and honest. And I'm okay with that. So yeah, that happened. And then to kind of close out that chapter in my life, shortly after I was transitioning from, I've been a business owner for I'm like, no, I'm proud of it, for a long time, for about 20 years. And
Wow.
yes, and so switching from one industry to another, business is business. No matter what, I can sell you a snow cone, I can sell you a car, a truck, or a house, and I can sing while I'm doing it.
Right? I mean, it's so beautiful when you can do what you love and also have like a regular life, how they say, right?
Yeah, well, regular, I guess. Regular is definitely different for me. But yes, I do my best. I do my best. And so yeah, then the last song that I released in that like era, where I was really getting a lot of love from the Tejano world, from the fans, from my music career. And it was really, I'm excited to say, like, it was starting to move really fast. And then unfortunately, my mom and my dad both got COVID, and my mom is still here, but my dad isn't. And so the last song that I released was Salvador Bella, which is my dad's name. I named it after him, and that was a song I wrote for him, and that was the last one. Like, it was just so challenging to not have my number one fan and my music teacher here anymore, and still go back to the studio was extremely challenging for me. And I feel like my fans understood, and they were so supportive, and I was like, I love you guys, I just need space, I don't know how long it'll be, but I will be back.
Mhm.
And there is no right or wrong, and there is no specific time frame for grieving. My heart
Yeah.
goes out to anyone that's ever had such a deep sadness and loss, and you're not alone. you know it's it's an unfortunate situation, and at the same time, i I want to say, like, hey, you're still here, and you're here for a reason. And
Mhm.
so I tell myself that, and I'm like, okay, well, I got to keep going. Like, All right, next
Yeah.
chapter. And so fast forward about 4 years, and I get approached by Mr. Dan Matthews, who is out there watching, and he and his brother Sam, um, they have the most amazing story, and I did not realize how freaking awesome this gentleman is. I still get amazed at all these things because, like, how does someone like that reach out to me where my music hadn't even been out or anything? He's like, hey, I want to play your music. Can you send it to me? And I'm like, what? Like, who are you? You know? And so yeah, from there, and this was about a year ago, a little over a year ago, and oh my goodness, has it been so amazing. I'm so grateful for Dan and Sam, and how they have given me life again, to where I was reminded of why I even wanted to do music in the first place, because a big part of me died when my dad died, and a lot of that was the music. And to have someone believe in me again, just even just a little bit, and show me like, no, hey, you can, and
And you're
remind
not
me
alone. And you're not alone.
not alone, and light that fire where I was just like, whew, okay, yes,
Right?
yes, I will say yes to this. Yes, I will do that. Yes, I can. And yes, I'm ready. And so boom, like we get into the studio and we start working on everything. And so now here we are, with 4 singles that have been released. The album is pretty much done. We haven't released it yet. That's going to be a teaser. That's something that I'm not going to tell you when it's coming out. I'm just going to say it's coming. It's pretty much done, finally. And I'm excited. I'm excited to share it with everyone that has been with me through the last few years. It's already been 6 years since my first official song was released. And, even before then, when 12 years ago I could barely afford a guitar lesson or a piano lesson, and writing my thoughts and being like, why not?
Right?
So yeah, I think that was like a really long answer to your question, but
No, we're good. We're good. You know what? It's so good for people to know kind of your journey. You're bringing us to your world. So it's so good to know everything about it, the way you're taking your journey and what how it all went down. I want to say sorry. I've been through it. I lost a lot of family members through COVID. My family, which is my parents and myself, were very sick as well. Like I really thought I wasn't gonna make it. It's an ugly, ugly thing you could go through, and I did lose as family members. Like my uncle, the husband and wife were my uncles, and they were all my mom's side. They were her relatives. They were my uncles and my aunt, and it's sad for anybody that has ever gone through that. And we had just lost my brother not too long ago either. So having all those heartbreaks, man, I commend you for keep going, Aileen, because you know what? We don't know if our tomorrow's ever promised. We don't know what you never know. We might be here right now talking, and a minute later things can just happen, right? So, you know, a heartbreak like that or any type of you know, something you go on an obstacle in your life can really change your emotions on how you want to see yourself continuing, right? But you know what? That's what strives you and that's what pushes you to keep going because if having that connection with your dad with music, that's how you still keep him alive within you. And not a lot of people can do it because like you're like, man, it's just I'm up there, and who is the first person you want to see when you make it, and you're up there is that person that But you know what? He has the best house, he has the best house view, to share you on, and I see it. I could see when you talk about him. I could feel you, and I could feel the emotion you have. But that emotion, if you listen to your music, that's where you put it at. So, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. For the people that jumped on and, gave you that spark, thank you guys, because we needed that. We needed Miss Hailyn Bella to, come up and do the music that she has done. And your music that you've done, Eileen, it's like your background's a little pop, hip hop type of cumbia. It's what it is now, the rhythm of now. Like you hit the generations from like 20 to like 40, 50. The ones that still think they're young, but we are young.
You
But
are young. You're still young.
right? But yeah, like your music style, and I love the way that some of your songs are a little bit different, but they stay a little bit in the same tempo. But it's so good. It's so good. So many good music you have out there. We are gonna feature some of the songs, guys. So don't leave. You'll hear some of the music she has out there. To everybody that's tuning in, I'm sorry, guys. I see you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to Mr. Dan Matthews, like you said. Ms. Veronica Lopez from Las Vegas. Ms. Veronica, saludos. Ms. Norma Salazar, all the way from Michigan. Thank you so much. To Ms. Gigi La Chicana, Mission, Texas. Saludos, saludos. To Ms. Molly Rockland, I'm pretty sure is a really good friend of yours, right?
She's my vocal coach.
Your vocal coach.
All the way from Nashville, Tennessee.
Awesome, awesome. So, since you're talking about Nashville, Tennessee, any country?
Well,
Or are you allowed to say that?
well, what's fun is in the Tex-Mex song, there is a country part. So actually, in El Tu Soy Yo and the Tex-Mex song, what we did, and Dan will be the first one to tell you, I'm freaking crazy sometimes in the studio. They're like, oh my gosh. And then I know Sam was like, I have never worked this hard with an artist in my entire career. And they've been doing this for 30 something years. So I was like, okay, you guys, I want a country song that's also a cumbia. Like, why not? And they're like, what? And I was like, yes. Oh my goodness. We can do like the first part is a cumbia, and then it's going to change tempo and style, and everything's going to go to country. And then it's going to finish in cumbia again. And they were like, no, that's not how it works. They're like trying to remind me of how the music theory works. And I was like, I don't care about that. Like, this is what I want. And then I'll start pacing around. I remember I was literally in the where Sam was with the computer, and I was just like pacing around, and I was like, okay, and then I want like this, like, and I just started making all these noises and being all crazy, and I came up with this, and it's a new genre. It's called Mexico pop. So if there's any artists out there watching or listening to this, I highly, highly encourage you to make more music like that. Like, let's think outside the box and make it to where the drop down when we're uploading our music and the distributor is getting it out there, where Mexico pop is a genre. That's my goal. Is to do that. So yeah, like country is in there. It's kind of built in. And then aside from that, like, you just never know. There might be some other music that comes out that's more in the country style. But yeah, I love country. I also did grow up on like George Strait. I was in love with Tim McGraw, just like all the other girls my age. But yes. So you can hear a little bit of country in the Tex-Mex and the El Tu Soy Yo. El Tu Soy Yo is kind of like a different vibe, and the Tex-Mex is more like movido, but yeah, it's in there. I'm just a freaking like blender with all the ideas that I get. You just like shake it up and then that's what I
Yes.
put out.
Yeah. So I want the people to kind of feel what you're talking about so they can understand the
Yes.
emotion that you're putting into what this song has the mixture of. So we're gonna play El Tu Soy Yo.
Yay! I love that song.
Yo era esa casa rota de atrás de que todos me decían que ellos no lo harían porque todo lo que me iba a costar sería más de lo que yo tenía para dar. Tú y tú y tú, no hay nadie, nadie como tú. Baby, all I see is you and you and you. Always believed in you and only you. I know I got a nice stand tall. People try and control me, but they just fall. Desde abajo se construyó esto. Trata si quieres, but I won't go. Yo era la obra y arquitecta, la mano fuerte y mente lista para clavar. Me tropecé y esa cicatriz me ayudó a mezclar mis sentimientos. No hay nadie, nadie como tú. Baby, all I see is you. Always believed in you and only you. I've hammered my heart break, sleep in the wall with no one to blame for my mistakes and trusting you all. And you say that you want this woman, but I know that you can't handle me at all. There's no one else just like you. Baby, all I see is you. Always believed in you and only you. Cuando tú te acercas empiezas a dudar porque belleza sí te puede intimidar. Y tú piensas que estoy cantando, que eres tú, pero mi amor, tú soy yo. No hay nadie, nadie como tú. Baby, all I see is you and you. Always believed in you and only you.
Yeah. Man, I was all like, okay, and I was like, okay. It was like
Yes. Could you hear like the little like change and then
the
the other
mariachi towards kind of in the in. Oh my goodness, it's so it, that song like takes you through all the genres of song of music,
right everywhere that you could go on this roller coaster, you're gonna make a stop.
right?
And yes. Oh, and then it's English too. And then the middle part has to be English. That's my rule.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun song. I love that song. And it definitely has that little bit of that country in there.
Yes, the country feel. Yes, it does. You know, it's kind of catchy. You know, the whole part where it says you, right? Like that part. And I mean, the music, like I said, the genres of, putting the horns and the, like, was it Tex-Mex type of like hip hop with, reggaeton kind of feel. And
Yeah.
it's really, really good. I liked what you guys did with that. And, I remember hearing it when you were singing it. I was like, oh, this is a really good song. Like,
Thank you. Yeah, no, I love that. I love all the songs. It's kind of like I mean, I don't have children. I had dogs, but they are my babies. I literally I'll watch some of those TikToks where it's like, oh yeah, how do you explain that this isn't my biological baby? And they have like the, you know, when women go, what is it, sonogram,
oh
and
yeah,
take a picture of the little dog inside her belly. And I was like, yes, I birthed my dog. You know, like yes, she's mine. So
that's
uh
funny.
yeah, when you ask someone, or like when I've been asked rather, hey, which one's your favorite song? I'm like, if you have children, which one's your favorite? I know some parents are gonna like hands down be like, oh, I have one. This one. And I'm like, well, you know, but probably most parents will say that they love their children all the same and
Right.
they're all different. But yeah, so I love this song. I love every single song that comes out because I've mentioned this in different interviews that I've done, or when people ask me, um, you know, questions like that, where I'm like, well, every single song that I write, that it's an original, I wrote the lyrics, and I have a lot to do with the melodies and working with Club Jumpers, which is Sam and Dan. I really have that amazing flexibility on the creativeness to pour a piece of me into each song. So every single song that I write was a little page out of my life. So it's it just hits different when I perform something that actually happened to me versus doing a cover. Or I've had people write songs and want me to sing them, and it's just the connection isn't there
Yeah.
as much as when I experience something, because I go right back to that moment when it actually happened, when I'm performing it or when I'm in the studio. So yeah, I love this song so much for the harmonies that you're hearing, where you're like "Doo, doo, doo," and like the way that it was all stacked together, but
Mhm.
also because it was like this new genre that I invented, that I was like, okay, we're gonna call it Mexico pop. And then aside from that, the song is talking about a house that I was rebuilding. Like I'm a general contractor also. So I I literally I looking back on it now, I probably should have just demoed the whole thing and started from scratch, but I didn't. I decided to, well, you know what? Let's fix the foundation. And when you lift the foundation, because it was an older home, it's on pier and beam, the drywall starts cracking, and then nombre, pues we have to replace the drywall. Okay, we open it up. Oh my goodness! Like the whole electrical system needs to be replaced, and then you just start opening and digging and digging and digging, and you're just like, I should have just started from scratch. But in a way, when I wrote this song and I was thinking like I want to share that experience with the world, I was thinking I am that house. I didn't like just go and start over when heartbreak happens, because it has happened in so many different ways, you know, getting a divorce or getting married at 20 to begin with, then getting a divorce, then you know, all of the craziness that goes with that, switching from one business to another, the loss of a loved one, all these different things. It's like Shrek says, it's an onion. And I didn't just like, you know what, like forget it, I'm gonna just start fresh. Like it was a
Yeah.
process for me. And first like, let's redo the foundation. And then I realized, oh my goodness, like I was doing all of this. Let me fix that. And then I didn't even realize I had an issue there. Okay, let me address that. And all these things. And so as I'm writing this song, the analogy of what started with a house that I did a fix and flip on and renovated it all and designed it, I was doing that to me. I was redesigning and stuff. And ironically, a good friend of mine was listening to my music. Well, he didn't have a choice. I made him like drive to San Antonio with me, and I was like, "Hey, you got to go to San Antonio? Like, I'm ready. Come pick me up." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh my gosh! Like, let me show you all this stuff." And he met me. I met him maybe like 5-ish years ago, and I was like, "Oh yeah, like I'm an artist," and he listened to my songs and he was like a fan and stuff. And then while I was showing him this new music, I kind of gave him a little sneak peek of some of the other songs that haven't been released yet. He was like, "This is a different artist. Like this is not the Hailyn that I heard when I met you." And I was like, "Well, yeah, I mean, I'm in a different studio now, and like the equipment is different, and it's just the sound is going to be different." And he was like, "No, I mean, like, yeah, that sounds different." I was like, "Well, also, I mean, I hope I sound better because anymore. And if you say I don't sound better, we're not friends anymore." I was like, "Lie to me." But no, he was like, it's not that. Like, yes, the music sounds different. Yes, your vocals have gotten better, but it's a completely different person. If I listen to the artist from when I met you 5 years ago and what the music that you had out back then to what you're doing right now, what changed? And I was everything changed. Not only did my team change, and shout out to all of my sponsors and all of my team and everybody that's a part of my career, but I changed. I went through so much more. Like you and I mentioned, life can change in a minute. In a second, somebody can stop breathing. And I don't want to be on my deathbed and feel like I didn't go for it. I was trying to people please, or I was trying to do the easy route. Like, and not to say that I always have to take the hard road, but I can choose the road less traveled by. Thank you, Mr. Frost, for that poem. But like, I don't want to take every single breath for granted anymore. And the moment that my dad took his last breath, like immediately I was like, wow, life is so fragile.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, like you mentioned earlier, I don't know. I don't have an expiration sticker on my forehead. I don't know if I'll be here tomorrow. I can shoot for it, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. So if I don't like you, I get you out of my life real quick. And if I like you, I bring you closer. And I completely changed so many things, doing my best to not take people, places, or things for granted. And if they don't serve me anymore, bye, Felicia. Like I don't have time for that. I really don't. I don't have time for nonsense. I don't have time for the drama. They get, oh, fulanito dijo esto, or whatever. Like, I'm busy, bro. Like, I don't have time for that.
I feel like I heard the 956 type of song.
Oh, 956 comes out all the time, girl. What's crazy is I lived in San Antonio for 20 years. And I guess when I first moved here, somebody like pointed at me and was like, "You're from Laredo." And I was like, "Yes, is that bad?" And they're like, "You sing when you talk." And I was like, "What are you talking about, and so I was 17 and I was like, oh, like, are you okay? And then I guess that kind of goes away and I get like my San Antonio accent where I say things a certain way and I'm like, oh yeah, La Cantera and Dezavala and 1604 Helotes or whatever. Like
So funny.
you just talk like this. And then when I moved back to Laredo about a year and a half ago, it comes back and it comes back quick. And I'm like, hey, ¿qué onda? ¿Cómo estás? Ay, sí, qué padre. And it's like, Spanglish is the normal thing. Like, oh yeah, I was thinking about this, pero luego y luego ¿qué pasó? Cuéntame. Oh my goodness. Yes. Y luego yo estaba así como que, oh my goodness, I'm craving some pickles or hot Cheetos or whatever. Actually, I don't like hot Cheetos, but yes, the 956 totally comes out and it's nice. It's nice to be like, hey, I'm home. But then when I come to San Antonio, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm home here too. So everything comes out and yeah, but 956 all the way. I love it. I love both cities.
I'm gonna tell you something that happened when we were together and we were doing the whole meet and greet. They're like, "Es gabacha?" And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "What is she? She looks like she's one of the white girls." And I was like, "No, go talk to her. You'll see." The white girl. And then he's like, "Yeah, I don't know who. I don't know if you told Danny or Joe or something. You were talking." And then they're like, "Oh no, esta sí es del Valle." There's in border town, se nota.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That is hilarious. I hadn't heard about that. But yes, I do. I'll get that sometimes where somebody told me, I think it was my ex-boyfriend, when I first talked to him because I bought a truck from him. Joke's on him because he ended up paying it for me. Yeah. But so if you want to be my boyfriend, what do you have to offer? I like expensive trucks and I like ranches. But no, I remember I spoke with him and I was like negotiating hardcore. Well, okay, well, are you gonna drop down whatever? What's the best? What's like just business mode. And then when I go to the car lot to be like, okay, like, hey, I'm ready. He's like, you're Mexican? And I was like, yes. ¿Y qué? ¿Es que no se puede o qué? Like, no me vas a dar un precio peor o mejor? Like, I'll get ghetto real quick. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not ghetto. Unless I have to be. I'll lace you up real quick. But yes, I have gotten that a lot where people think that I am not Mexican or I'm white. And I'm like, no, I'm a beaner through and through. So
we have Mr. Gil Jimenez, Flaco Jimenez son. He's saying, "Bendecidos all, dreaming, follow your dreams." I think he misspelled your name, but he was trying to talk to you. And in San Antonio, they say sandwich, and I'm guessing in Laredo they say sanguacho.
Sanguacho, it just depends what side of town you're at. But yes, one of the biggest things I have this ongoing, and thank you so much. Thank you for that shout out. And anytime that anybody says Hailyn, hi, I know they're talking to me, so thank you. I appreciate it. That's part of the Mexican American where it's like Hailyn Bella, and unless they speak Spanish, they have no idea. Even when they do speak Spanish, they're kind of scared to say my name. They're like, Bella? And I'm like, Bella. Sí, Hailyn Bella. Muchas gracias. But yes, one of the things that I like, not fight, but play with my sister about all the time is that in San Antonio, there it is. There's San Antonio. In San Antonio, say mini taquitos, which are the little taquitos, and you get like 5 of them. And in Laredo, they're called something else. I forget what they are. Oh shoot! I always fight with my sister. Oh, she calls them street tacos.
Yes, that's what we call them here too.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, they're called mini taquitos, and she was like, no, they're street tacos, and I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, okay, fine. And but yeah, it's like depending on where you are, it's called something different for sure.
Yes. But you know what? Staying on that topic and stuff like that, that's why your music gets very unique because us being from the border town, we don't just speak, you know,
The
yeah, well in our town we slang a lot. It's crazy because I'm pretty sure you picked up that when you started talking to us because we would really slang a lot of the words. Are like that's not even a word. We make our own vocabulary words
Oh
here.
yeah. Parqueate aquí. Okay. Yeah.
And it's estacionar, right?
Estacionar. Yes.
The
Yeah.
one I get all the time is my friends make fun of me all the time. I go, yeah, the policía fue chutear. That's not even a word. They make fun of me about that. And they're like, disparar. And I go, well, yeah, that, like,
You know what I mean?
yes. And or like the other things that here we use, we have like a place that sells chicken. They're like, voy a ir a agarrar gallina. That's not pollo, it's pollo, right? It's not gallina, it's pollo. So no, it's so crazy. We have our own vocabularies. Laredo does too. I mean,
Oh
so
yeah.
shout out to all of my friends. I have a lot of friends in Laredo. I haven't been able to see them, but man, they're so amazing out there. I love Laredo. It has grown so much.
Oh my goodness, yes.
It has grown so much. I mean, you being from the border town. I mean, Mr. Pita Studios from over there. I mean, come on.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting him. I hope that one day I get to meet him. I would love to work with him one day.
Yes,
That was fun.
yes. We have a. I want to say shout outs again to our people that are tuning in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have Mr. George Vincent all the way from the support from the Free Cartel Style out there from California. We have Mr. David Villa, one of our actor friends, Mr. David Villa, all the way from Califa. Thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, Mr. Gil Jimenez, Ernesto Garza saying saludos to you, Eileen, about performing in Houston. And did you perform in Houston or you're going to Houston?
I haven't yet, but I have gotten invites. So yes, when I go, you guys will be the first to know for sure.
Yes, Mr. David. I'm gonna play with one of Miss Hailyn Bella's song, which we were kind of talking about it. We're gonna put "Soy de Ti," right? One of your other EP songs that you've put out. There's several other songs. I think my favorite, and I think I had told you, is Tex-Mex, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna keep that one for the last part, So right now we're gonna play "Soy de Ti" from Hailyn Bella.
Ay, te conocí, yo por ahí, te vi y me perdí. No digas nada, ven aquí, brinca en mi carro, dame un beso, no seas tan malo. Te di de mí lo más bueno. Yo me acuerdo, me llenaste de tus besos. Tú manejas y solo veo tu sonrisa. Yo me río, te quedas viendo a mi boca, como diciendo, baby, ven más cerca. Estás muy cerca, pero muy lejos de mí, y no puedo dejar de pensar en ti. Yo me estoy volviendo loca, porque me dices, soy solo amiga. Me tienes pensando, checando mi horario. Este fuego en mi pecho no puedo ignorarlo. Oh yeah, we're driving, y todos piensan que soy de ti. Oh yeah, there's no denying. Se nota como te fijas en mí. Vuelta y vuelta, sigues correteando, mejor dame besos. Échate pa' acá, baby. Ya no puedo más dejarte llevar, baby. Ay, te conocí, yo por ahí, te vi y me perdí. No digas nada, ven aquí, brinca en mi carro, dame un beso, no seas tan malo. Te di de mí lo más bueno. Ese día fue mi favorito. Me llevaste a la tienda con ojitos y me abriste todas las puertas. Todo un caballero, eres lo que quiero. No puedes escapar el destino. Cartas dicen que estés conmigo. En donde estés yo quiero ir contigo. ¿Te acuerdas?
Yes, another beautiful song. It's so that song reminds me of like maybe a novela, like real like young kids going to a discoteca, trying to enjoy their night, play the music on the club. You know, it's so good. It's the lyrics to it. So is this one of your originals as well? Like it's something you wrote?
Yes. So this one, and thank you so much for that. And saludos a todos los que están viendo. I see you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
I when I wrote this song, I wrote it about a guy, of course. Yes, thank you, David. I wrote it about a friend, a really, really close friend of mine that I ended up actually falling in love with him. But he was like, I love you also, but not like that. Like, can we just be friends? And I was like, what? Pero why?
Right.
Like, what do you mean? And so it's basically me like in love with him. Like we everywhere we go, we give that vibe of like he's my husband.
Mhm.
And in my mind, I'm just like, oh, like the little corazoncitos sort of circling around, and he's like, uh, you're my friend. And I'm like, are you serious? Really? Okay, I guess. So yeah, this song actually also funny story about this one. I um I went with him and we were crossing the border and um what ended up happening is we got stopped. We got pulled over, I guess you could say. And they asked for our IDs, and somehow in the interesting moment that everything is happening, the officer assumed that he was my husband.
Oh.
And he was like, ma'am, we're gonna have to confiscate your ID, que esto, que el otro, because your husband, this and this and this. And I was just like, and he was driving. We're not holding hands. We're not like, we're friends. I mean, in my mind, I wish we were something else, but in his mind, he's like, Eileen's my really good friend. Es todo, And
Right.
I was just like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, he lied by omission. He did not deny it. So I'm like, so you're telling me there's a chance? But he was like, um, he didn't say that he was not my husband. I didn't say that he was not my husband. I just said, I'm so sorry, officer. And so then he was like, we're going to let you off with a warning. We're going to hold on to your ID until until Monday. This was on like a Thursday or Friday. And we need you to sign this affidavit. And I was like, okay. On the paper, it says that we were married. Like, I had to sign a legal document that said, this dude is my husband, and, we're so sorry. And he's watching it all happen, and he's like, and I look at him, and I'm like, I'm going to sign this. And the officer's like, hurry up, ma'am. Like, sign it already, and let's go. And I was like, oh. I was just like, okay, and we're both in real estate. And so we both understand when you sign a document, it's a big deal, especially with the government. And we were both in shock. We both didn't think like, oh, can we just like snap a picture of this? Like, I don't even know or remember really what the document looks like. It all happened so fast. But apparently, like, we gave off the vibe that he's my husband and I had to sign, and somewhere in the government system, we are married. So I'm expecting my my monthly stipend from him.
Right.
I just get to be like, hey, estamos casados, eh? Like, where's the ring and where's all the other fun stuff that comes with being married? But
Right.
no, yeah. So that's why I call it Soy de Ti, because, and like, it wasn't just there. It kept getting funner. I know that's not a real word, but to me, it's a good word, funner.
Funny.
So, like, everywhere we went, we go to HEB, we go here, we go there, and they're like, oh, like, ma'am, your husband, or sir, your wife. And I was just like, so are you going to marry me yet or what? Like, check yes or no. Do you love me or not? But, yeah, so that song is basically like a really fun adventure that we had, where legally somewhere out there's a document that I signed and it says we're married, and I don't even have a copy of it. So one day, I guess maybe it'll come back and bite us, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe one day we really do get married.
Right? I hope he's not watching, because then he'll be like, oh, okay.
He'll be like, he's already telling me like, hey, we're just friends. No, but I know. Te digo. Maybe,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he watches and he's like, oh, you do want to get married? Yes, dude. Yes. How obvious do I have to spell it out?
Right? But no, yes, I mean, like I said, that song is so good too. And I'm gonna put another song that we have, Miss Hailyn Bella. Like, you guys can find all this music on all the digital platforms. You wanna let them know as well where they can find all the music?
Sure. If you go to my website, it's probably the easiest, or anywhere. If you have Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, whatever music platform you prefer. Excuse me. I mean, no me enojo si usan mi música for your TikToks or your reels or anything like that. Like, please, help me, because the dude didn't marry me yet, so I got to pay my own bills, get paid royalties. But you can go to my website. All you have to do is just type my name in any search bar, and you will find me, Hailyn Bella, HailynBella.com. That's how you can follow me on any social media or anything. But if you go to my website, it has the links to all my social media platforms, to all my music, different interviews that have happened, my merchandise, all of that. You can go and support me. Thank you so much, by going to my website. Just type my name.
Yes. So the next song, the next song we have is Lavándome. You guys, you gotta listen to it. It has, for the ones que quieren pensar mal, no se piensa mal. But
I put that as the name on purpose, so that I can, like, whatever you're thinking, you're gonna click on my song.
we have Mr. Ernest got us saying "Lucky Man," LOL.
Right. Yes.
But yes, we have another song from Ms. Hailyn Bella called Lavándome. So here is your take on it.
Uy, mira mi cara bonita, con esta cinturita. Uy, mami, yo te voy a dar algo rico para lavar y cachetear. Sí, no fue suerte, fue puro sudor. Cada golpe me dio más valor. Me caí pero con glamour, y ahora entro como la mejor. Uy, esta sí está bien limpia. Uy, así es como me gusta. Uy, te voy a poner a limpiar. Ten cuidado con el splash. Dale gas. Mi música se paró por completo. Cuando papi se voló el esfuerzo, siempre se quedó adentro y no perdí mi ritmo. Paso las noches lavándome y los días facturándome. No fue castigo, fue mi renacer. Paso las noches lavándome, jabonzote ayudándome. Me dan ganas de lavarte contra la pared. Uy, mira mi cara bonita. Uy, con esa cinturita. Uy, mami, yo te voy a dar algo rico para lavar y cachetear. Y mucho apretón de mano y mano, pero nada fue sincero. Te prometen cielos y solo te dan juegos y going round and round. Y las que a mí más me tiraban son las que a mí más me miraban, criticando mi flow, trying to steal my glow, pero sueñan con tener este show. Uy, esta sí está bien limpia. Uy, así es como me gusta. Uy, te voy a poner a limpiar, ten cuidado con splash. Dale gas, dale gas. Paso las noches lavándome y los días facturándome. No fue castigo, fue en mí renacer, renacer. Paso las noches lavándome, jabonzote ayudándome. Me dan ganas de lavarte contra la pared, contra la pared. Paso las noches lavándome y los días facturándome. No fue castigo, fue en mí renacer, renacer. Paso las noches lavándome, jabonzote ayudándome. Me dan ganas de lavarte contra la pared, contra la pared.
Yes, yes. A little bit of like reggae into that song. Like I said, Eileen, the only time I was able to experience you singing and doing all these, I think you that was one of the ones that you sang the most when we were together. So you know, I remember being in the back, and my I had my little nieces with me and stuff because they're
Yeah.
throwing candy as well. They're all like dancing to it. I was like, man, look, she's getting the small generation all into it. And even when we were passing, I mean, our town is really small, but to see the people on the sides and hearing your music, and I could see someone like doing this, and it was pretty good, and to see that. And even, I remember even the Vijita was like, see, now I guess she was saw everybody, her too, all trying to go. Yes, it was so fun. And I mean, like I said, that song, it's kind of like already getting us set up for Tex-Mex, the Tex-Mex. So, your rhythm is so different. Like how you said, you want the little Mexican, Tejano. You're putting all genres all together, and you can hear it in all the songs. Each one has its own little, flair to it. So, you know, great music that you're putting out there for your people, your team. It takes a lot to get going and having the right people behind you, the support and all that stuff. And for you to be making this type of music and hitting different generations of this because of the style, because you're transitioning to, that's the thing that we have. We don't know how to to change a little bit on what is being played in the pop, because we're kind of in the pop era here in the Tejano now because of the audience that we have, right? So you're doing that. You're getting to that level, but keeping it Tejano, techno kind of style. So that's the reason a lot of people capture to your style, because that's what we do have. We have the Carol G's, the Becky G's, all the you have that. That's the type of music you're putting out there, and plus you have an amazing voice too. So that really helps as well. And I think one of the fans called that out as well. That you have an amazing Mr. David Villa. He was one of them that said, "Beautiful song, amazing vocals, keep shining. First time that I have heard your voice, unbelievable." That should tell you what an impact you make on the fans and the people, new people that are, in our station here in Sirius Tejano. Thank you guys so much for real. Thank you so much for the people that are first time hearing Miss Hailyn Bella. I'm hoping we're making you guys proud, or making Miss Hailyn Bella proud, because it takes a lot of guts to put yourself out there and showcase where what you can do. And it's hard sometimes when you're female, because they're you know females really don't get the opportunity like men. It's so much easier for men, but for females to try to change the game a little bit, like how what you're doing, sometimes they'll be like, pues que eres tejano, eres norteña, like I mean, for sure not norteña, but like mexicana, like come on, like tell us what you're really shooting for more. But you know what, that doesn't stop you, and that's not gonna determine what style you're gonna have, because you can change it up in a minute to something else, or keep it, all tejano, and do what you did with was it soy tuya? I mean, sorry, el tú soy yo. I'm sorry. Yes, that song. I mean, look at what you did to that one. It could just change in a minute like that. So listening to Lavándome, I love it. I love the whole reggae type of, smoothing and, things like that. So, so good. And I know you have one more song out there, which is Tex Mex. I mean, that's one of my favorites. Like I told you, and I think I told you that the other time too, that was one of my best songs. And hearing you, what you record and the way you record is the way you sound live. And I love that because not a lot of artists can do that where they record in the studio and there's a little bit of studio work, or they mess with their vocals and then they want to do it live and you're like, damn, they really worked with their vocals, right? Like, but you state your vocals is the same way as your recordings, and it's so, so good to know that, it's all you. It's not studio work and stuff like that. So it's really, really good to hear that. So I'm gonna go, if it's with your permission, to put
Yeah.
on Tex Mex to everybody that's out there. Yeah, go download, go stream, go put on your playlist, go wherever you have music, or you or request it to your DJs, request it to your radio stations. They should have the music. They don't, give Ms. Hailyn Bella a call. Hey, they don't have your music or yours. You need to send it to this email or whatever, and she'll get on it because I'm pretty sure she would love for them to have her music. So I'm gonna put in. We don't have the video for it, but we have the audio to it. It's called Tex Mex from Ms. Hailyn Bella.
Te voy a invitar a salir. Ven conmigo a sentir que no es hora de dormir. Deja de hacerme insistir. Yo estoy puesta para esta fiesta. Tráete cosas para afuera. Tráete a Lola y a la abuela. Porque se va a poner buena. Candela sin cadenas. Están listos para esta morena. Yo soy sexy, secreto de todas mis venas. Desde la faxi en todas carreteras. Ay, dale, dale, pa'l valle, valle. Ese jale, jale, es mi vale, vale. Ay, dale, dale, pa'l valle, valle. Ese jale, jale, es mi vale, vale. Toda la noche quiero ir a disfrutar ese sabor de fruta con limón y sal. Vamos esta noche a salir y a gozar. Quiero comerte como el au, con chilito y saborcito caliente. Au, tranquilito mi gordito despacito. Candela sin cadenas, están listos para esta morena. Yo soy sexy, secreto de todas mis venas. Desde la faxi en todas carreteras. Ay, dale, dale, pa'l valle, valle. Ese jale, jale, es mi vale, vale. Ay, dale, dale, pa'l valle, valle. Ese jale, jale, es mi vale, vale. Ooh, you thought that was cheesy. This hip-hop makes it easy. Shaking haters is fácil, porque yo no soy frágil. No soy frágil. Now let's do one, no, let's see your boots. From the pro to the alley. Got my tacos from West Avenue. Texas heat and my barbecue. All night long and I'm just feeling that spark. That 16 no provide even in the dark. I sit at dance hall and light it up. Or maybe watch the Spurs without Coach Pop Pop. Ooh, I wanna kiss you over and over at the Riverwalk. Ooh, or maybe over enchiladas. Ay, no me dejes con ganas. Oh, no te das cuenta. Traigo el fuego de frontera, o con labios rojos y sazón en mis caderas. Todos aquí de Laredo y de mi San Antonio, con mi corazón entero en mis pensamientos. Candela sin cadenas, están listos para esta morena. Yo soy sexy, secreto de todas mis venas. Desde la faxi en todas carreteras. Ay, dale, dale, pa'l valle, valle. Ese jale, jale, es mi vale, vale. Ay, dale, dale, pa'l valle, valle. Ese jale, jale, es mi vale, vale.
Awesome, awesome. I love that song. It's so I could jam it in the car, cruise like if I'm going to Laredo.
Yes, pa'l valle, valle.
Yes, yes, yes. Such a great, great song. You guys need the song or whatever, reach out to Miss Hailyn Bea. Miss Hailyn Bea, tell us a little bit who they can contact to get music or get you for bookings. You do right now you don't have a full band, right? You do what is it? What is I have my friend that does it too, but you
Like
guys,
for the track.
yeah, track artists. So if you guys need something like just a small venue or something like that, but you want like somebody to sing, reach out, Miss Hailyn Bell. I'm pretty sure she'll do it. Besides her being a musician, she's also a realtor. So si alguien necesita una casa en Laredo or in the area of
Anywhere.
Laredo, she's your girl. So yes,
Yes.
yes. To Ms. Ali, I want you to let them know where they can make contact to get your music and all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So, thank you so much, Ernest. Thank you for everybody that's watching. And yeah, so you guys can reach out to me through social media, or you can also reach out to my producer, Dan, or Sam. They are on social media as well. You can also reach out to Rap Rosie. And hey, Dan. And she can send out, she's the one that helps me get all the music out to all the stations. And also, you know, just reach out to me if you put comments on here, or go to my website. Then there is a form that you can fill out on there, like how to book me and things like that. I am a track artist, and I also do have the option, if you need a band, then you know I can get bands together in different cities. That's not a problem. So it just depends on what you're looking for.
Mhm.
Yeah, anywhere from like quinceañeras to weddings, or you have corporate events, anything like that. Or if there's a festival, like when you guys had the festival out there, uh,
Yes.
yeah, definitely open to all of that. You can go to my website and contact me through there. There's a contact us page, or send me a DM, comment on anything like, hey, you know, can I reach out? I love going to a lot of different places in Laredo. I live in Laredo now, but I travel often to San Antonio. So don't worry if you're in San Antonio, I'm still here. But yes, so I am open for booking now, and I'm starting to like get different people reaching out. So definitely let me know if there's a place that you would like me to perform. It could be to track, or it could be with a band, or it could just be me and a guitarist. You know, whatever it is that you need, I'm happy to do that.
Yes. So is there a phone number they can call for booking on for the track or anything like that?
Yeah, so you can call or text area code 210-729-5544. And you can just call or text on there, and you can reach out, and one of us will get back to you and let you know, hey, yep, we're available. Yes, thank you for putting that on there. 729-5544, area code 210. So yeah, super excited to be able to get back into it. And like I did mention, the album is pretty much, it's done, and we are just getting everything organized so that we can release it and share it with the world. We're super excited about that project. And yeah, I'm just so grateful for the fans that have stuck with me since
Yes.
2000. Well, I mean, so 2020, that's what I meant to say. I've known you since 2000. Like, shout out to you
Props to
too.
you, all right? Props to you.
Yes. So,
Yes.
but yeah, no, huge thank you to you guys, to Kelly. Thank you, Sirius, Tejano. Thank you guys so much for always being so supportive and so amazing with me as an artist, with helping artists that have their own record label, or they're part of a smaller record label, and we're growing and we're getting our sound out there, and it's new and it's different. Not a lot of people will do that, so I'm just so grateful for you guys. And Of course, I'm grateful to everyone on the team. I know we've got new people on the team, and we've got a new legal department. We've got all sorts of different people that are helping me because you hit the nail on the head earlier, Kelly, when you said it takes a village. It really does take a village. There's just so much that goes into being an artist. And aside from that, it's my own record label, so I'm the business side of it. So it's definitely fun. I'm gonna leave it at that. And of course, to my fans. Without the fans, ¿para qué? Y
Right?
todo para qué? No, I'm just kidding. But no,
Yes.
yeah, I'm so grateful for everybody on the team, to all the radio stations, to anyone that is playing my music, to all the fans, to everybody that has been watching and joined us on this interview today and did shout outs. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. And Eileen, I know this is not going to be the last time we hear from you. You did say you're about to maybe finish an album and put it out, and people could download it and stuff like that. I can't wait till you finish it, and that's a pat to the back. The journey, the struggles, the bumps in the roads. But you know what? You're finally conquering something that has been in the works probably for a long while. And even though there was like a little stop or a hump in the way, you were still able to do it. And props to you and to your team, everybody that makes it possible for you, from promotion, from the record, your management to. I mean, we're all learning that as ourselves as we become we are promoting another Tejano artist. Everybody's heard of Brenda Blanco, so we're all learning a little bit. Like, oh man, it really takes this, and this, and this. So
Yep.
many inputs and stuff like that. It's just so crazy what it takes to do all that. So Mr. Ernest goes, gonna be like Donkey Kong. That's so funny. I
Yeah.
mean, Eileen, you have a great, great fan base. So many people that enjoy your music. A lot of people that like what you're doing. You know what? Don't stop. Don't stop. I know we have our regular jobs, like I said. Like my job is 8 to 5, and then I come to my little dungeon, my little dungeon,
I
and
love
do
it.
stuff for Sirius Tejano. And thank you to Joe Rivas, our boss man here at Sirius Tejano. We're so grateful for him. You guys probably heard he had a little scare, but we have him back, and everything's coming along. I know we can't do nothing without him, and I know I can't. It's so hard to run even the radio part, So it's so good to have a team, and you having that team, Eileen, is what's taking you this far. And keep shining, keep being you. Like I said, this podcast and this station is open for you guys, for anybody that wants to come through, and don't wait a year to come back.
I know. No, it's I my goodness. Yeah, life is fun. Hashtag
Yes.
adulting.
But now we're gonna be doing some amazing stuff, guys. Stay tuned to Sirius Tahanoa. You guys are gonna be just blown away. We don't just stay and sit like how everybody says, on our ass all day, but we are working to just try to make the industry a little bit better, or at least contribute a little bit. That's all it takes. It's the supporting and contributing is what makes us keep growing in the Tejano industry, or in any industry you want to be in or categorize yourself in. That's all it takes, is just keep pushing, trying to see what else can we do, how can we help it, this and that. That's all it takes. And like I said, Eileen, you're welcome here. Thank you for being here. It was such a pleasure. I mean, uh, hopefully we could get together once again, or whenever I'm in Laredo, I'll be like, hey, what are you doing? I'm out here, whatever.
Please.
Yes. So, like I said, to your team, to Ms. Rosie. Rosie, thank you so much for doing this. To our team here at Sirius Tejano for playing your music. If you hear our DJs on or whatever, request a song. They're happy to play the music. And again, you're here in Sirius Tejano on a Wednesday. Miss Eileen, you have any farewell words to your fans?
Yes. Yes. Thank you for believing in me, for supporting my music, and for coming along for the fun and crazy unexpected turns and rides on this roller coaster that is Eileen. you know, but no, from the bottom of my heart, like the fans are the most important thing for me. That's why I wake up in the morning. That's why I do what I do and put in, like, I pour my heart and soul into this project, and it's for my fans. That's who it's for. Like, yes, I get to selfishly be creative, but it's for the people. I want to represent people that look like us. I want to represent people that have the same background, that speak Spanglish, that that are from South Texas, but all over the world. We're everywhere, and I want us to be heard. I want us to come together, and I want us to be um, like felt like we're not alone. And if I can do that one song at a time, 3 minutes at a time, and positively influence someone, whether it be someone like your little niece that gets up and dances to a crazy song called Lavándome, like what, and or somebody that has a big crush on someone and that person doesn't like you back. I mean, we can dream together. You know? Or if you're from Laredo or San Antonio and you like watching the Spurs, or you like getting your taquitos from West Avenue, or you have a carne asada and you want to hang out. I want you to feel loved. I want you to feel heard. I want you to feel connected, because at the end of the day, I think that everyone wants to feel that connection with another individual. And if you can do that with me for 3 minutes at a time, and I help you, like, I I'm alive for that. So yeah. Hi,
Yes.
Nadine. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Yes, another
Yes,
person.
I want to say gracias por nuestros paisanos de todo el mundo que lo escuchan todo el tiempo, los de Monterrey especialmente, siempre lo andan mandando mensajes para nuestros gente en Piedras. Gracias, muchas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros, tunándose aquí en Sirius Tejano con la bellísima Hailyn Bella. Eileen, thank you so much to everybody that was on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Thank you so much. We love you guys, and we'll catch you the next time. Just keep watching our Sirius Tejano page. There's so much stuff going on. Go follow Ms. Eileen Bea on all her social platforms. That's the only way to grow, because without the musicians and artists like her, we're not able to play music, and without our fans, we're not able to do this. So it all works some way or somehow. So you guys, God bless you guys. Have an amazing night, and we'll catch you the next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yes.